Top 10 NBA centers, 5-1, 2016 edition. Number 5, Hassan Whiteside, age 28. Hassan Whiteside, one of the best just athletic centers in the league. A guy that honestly came out of nowhere, I would say. I mean, this is a guy that was in the league, Sacramento for 2 years, and then did not play basketball from 2012 all the way to 2014. Took just 2 years off and got to the Miami, started producing. They were like, all right, maybe there's some upside. Kept getting better, kept getting better, kept getting better, and he's just a fantastic player in the league. A guy that I'm pretty sure a lot of people do overlook him, I would say. Not many people would know who Hassan Whiteside is unless you really pay attention, but this guy is a fantastic guy, a guy that's always been overlooked. And he's first of all, he's a great at blocking, just a great defensive player, and a fantastic double-doubles guy. And again, he's got a 3-year, $73.8 million contract left, so he'll be in Miami until he is 30. So, and pretty much the third year of that, it was a player option. So maybe he might not be in Miami. Maybe he will opt out. But all I know is that Hassan Whiteside is a fantastic player that needs to be looked at all the time. He is a threat to just dominate a game, in my honest opinion. He's been great. And that's why he's gotten the rebounding leader. He was a rebounding champ this past year. That is pretty much the biggest thing he did to get to the All-Star, but he definitely will be. He'll be an All-Star very, very soon. Now, Whiteside, looking at what he's done this past year, 77 games he played and started. He had 32.6 minutes a game, 55.7 field goal percentage, which is great, 62.8 free throw percentage, along with 14.1 rebounds a game, 2.1 blocks, 2.9 personal fouls, and 17 points per game. Again, steal-wise, he did 0.7 on there and 0.7 assists. So, not fantastic passing, but he's fantastic on boards, obviously, as a center. He gets it done there. He gets it down low. Definitely needs to, get better in terms of, I would say, better defensively. But, I mean, this is a guy that has pretty much so far this year has done his part in stealing the ball and blocking, is a better free throw shooter. He's definitely improving a lot. He's definitely working to get better. So I really enjoy that. I really respect that. So yeah, right now Hassan Whiteside, he's number 5. So number 4, Andre Drummond, age of 24. Andre Drummond is one of the best young centers in the league. He's going to be, in my honest opinion, a lot higher in terms of just his work ethic has been fantastic. Marc Gasol is going to get older, so he's going to continue to rise in the rankings. He is one of those guys. He is a leader. He's one of the main guys in Detroit. He's only 24. He's going to dominate for many, many years. He's a double-doubles machine. He's fantastic on defense, blocking and stealing. He is overall doing a great job improving himself, and he barely gets injured. I think for a lot of people, he thought he was a bust a bit. He just came into his own and he is a double-doubles guy. So fantastic. That's why he's got a 4-year, $101.6 million contract. The 4th year is a player option, so he can lock out of that and look for another team. But this is a guy that at 24 is having that kind of contract. That means he's special. That means he's worth the money. That means something in there is really, if there's a dog in there that he wants to just get better, he wants to win, that's great. It's competitive fire. And you're looking at a guy that this past year, no, he didn't get an All-Star. I think he got snubbed out of it, in my honest opinion. I mean, he got snubbed out of a lot of things, but this is a guy that's fantastic overall. He's been playing great right now as well. But let's take a look at this past year. You're looking at playing and starting in 81 games, 29.7 minutes a game, 53 field goal percentage, 28.6 3-point percentage, and a 38.6 free throw percentage. He needs to work on that a lot, but he's not really the best at free throws. And you're looking at a guy that has 13.8 rebounds a game, 1.1 assists, 1.1 block, 1.5 steals, 2.9 personal fouls, and 13.6 points per game. And then, they didn't get to the postseason this past, but they will be in the playoffs this year. And I think he's going to explode. He's going to show us what he's got. And really, you can't say nothing but just know that he's going to produce. And it's going to be kind of scary. He's going to be a scary player for many, many years. And I can't wait to see what he does this year. Number 3, Marc Gasol, age 32. Marc Gasol is a top 3 center, of course. He's one of the main focuses besides Mike Conley in that Grizzlies team. A very big reason of why the Memphis Grizzlies are still so relevant is because of his level of play is dominating. He's been doing a fantastic job this year, pretty much. But don't discredit his entire demeanor and his entire desire of winning from last year. He's been fantastic last year as well, and that's the whole point of this countdown, not for this year, of course. But you're looking at a guy that has a 3-year, $67.8 million contract. His 30-year being a player option. He may be out of Memphis at 34, but don't count on that. I think he's just a little guy who got drafted super late, very late, by the Los Angeles Lakers, got traded to Memphis, and I think Los Angeles kind of feels bad for that trade because he's become a solid player, solid player, and he's just, in my opinion, just like I said, one of the best centers in the game. And just like Powell, they both are impactful guys, and he impacts Memphis a lot. In my opinion, I think he will probably have his number retired for Memphis. I just think his impact on this team has grown strong. So I see him having a very, very big just jersey retirement, or just overall just something to acknowledge him as being one of the best Memphis Grizzlies of all time. He's been fantastic this past year, getting to his 3rd All-Star game. Other than that, not much, but I mean, he's won the Defensive Player of the Year. He's won things. He's done things. He's accomplished things in the league, which is fantastic. And like I said, he's got some time there left. I like to see Memphis back into deep in the playoffs like they've had in the Western Conference Finals. But yeah, you're looking at Memphis though. I mean, this past year, 74 games he played and started, 34.2 minutes a game, 45.9 field goal percentage, 38.8 3-point percentage, and 83.7 free throw percentage, as well as 6.3 rebounds, 4.6 assists, 1.3 blocks, 0.9 steals, 2.3 personal fouls, and 19.5 points. So yeah, not bad. And the playoffs, 6 games that they played 40 minutes, 47 field goal percentage, a 58.3 3-point percentage, and 93.9 free throw percentage, as well as 6.5 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 0.7 blocks, 0.3 steals, 3.7 personal fouls, and 19.3 points per game. Overall, this is against a very solid team in the Spurs, and like I said, he's able to just produce and do pretty well. And like I said, he is one of the best centers in the game. He just doesn't top 2 guys right now. That's Kentucky alumni. Number 2, KarlAnthony Towns, age 21. Cat is amazing. He's something else. He's out of this world. He's, for only 21 years old, he's making a name for himself in the right way. Going to Kentucky, they were a fantastic team, by the way, with Devin Booker and all them. They were something else. He got drafted, and ever since he stepped foot in the league, he's been doing tremendous things. And took a good leap this past year. Right now, he's doing a fantastic job, like always. He's leading a Minnesota team into finally that spotlight they need. Spotlight they've been wanting to chase, which was postseason. They haven't been in the playoffs in a very long time. So I think KarlAnthony Towns, for me, I'm very excited to see him in action, finally in action, because I think he's going to dominate. Him with Jimmy Butler and Andrew Wiggins is going to be very fun to watch. I have a lot of upside on Cat. I mean, why wouldn't I? He's young, and he's got 3 years, $19.2 million, the qualifying option of this 3rd year. So at 23, he might be out, but most likely he won't be. I don't think so. From what I could see, he's just a great kid, great guy, great kid. He's older than me, but he's a great guy. That honestly, he's playing basketball. He's playing the thing he loves, which is also what I love as well. So I can respect that. And I mean, that plus the fact that he's just dominating. He's consistently dominating game in and game out, and trying to be the best, try to improve as much as he can. And he's just, he's trying to make a name out of himself. He's really doing a great job out of that, let me tell you. Just fantastic guy that, I mean, you're looking at it like, come on now, fantastic. He's won Rookie of the Year. He's winning the first team. Has not made the All-Star game, which is surprisingly surprising. But this is a guy that he's done a lot. Honestly, he's done a lot, and unlike a lot of centers that I've seen, he's pretty good from the free throw range, which you'll see pretty soon. But yeah, this is a guy that honestly can take over a game, and like I said, he's a big asset to where they go as a team. So wherever he goes, if he were to get injured, that's not great. That would literally tear a lot of the team apart. He's a big impact player, and only at 21 to be number 2 on the list. It's an honor, and that shows exactly where he's at. He's at a really good spot. In my honest opinion, he's at a really good spot. But anyways, KarlAnthony Towns has not missed a game yet, so that's pretty great for him. Let's just take a look at the back-to-back season. I mean, you're looking at has not missed a game at all those 2 seasons. Fantastic. But anyway, last year played and started in 82 games. He had 37 minutes, 54.2 field goal percentage, 36.7 3-point percentage, with an 83.2 free throw percentage. So like I said, fantastic from the line for a big man. He also had 12.3 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 1.3 block, 2.7 steals, 2.9 personal fouls, and 25.1 points per game. Overall, fantastic. He's just a young guy that's trying to figure it out. I think he's still figuring it out right now. He's doing a pretty tremendous job out there, once again. And I expect another big season from him, and I expect him to be in the playoffs, and I expect him to dominate the playoffs, and I can't wait to see him in the playoffs. That's going to be very fun. Number 1, DeMarcus Cousins, age 27. He's the best center in the NBA, yes. Primarily, he's one of the most exciting guys to watch. Also, like I said, he is dynamic. He plays his heart out, game in and game out. Everything he does at a high level. And literally, he was the best bright spotlight pretty much in Sacramento for all these years. This is a very loyal guy. Like, honestly, I didn't really hear much of complaints from him. I'm sure he was upset because they never got anywhere as a team. But you're looking at a guy that dominated game in and game out, double guy. Like, this is a guy that's right now at the top of his game, in his prime, and he's doing great things right now with Anthony Davis. I think they both are a match made in heaven. They're both deadly. I would love to see them both in the playoffs. I really would. It's a guy that came out of Kentucky, like him and John Wall teared it up, and right now he's got 1 year, $16.4 million left, so he could, I know he wants a very huge contract. Will that happen? I think so. Will it happen in New Orleans? Maybe not, but as of right now, that's where he's at. He's in New Orleans, and I know he's ready to just win. He wants to win. I know that's what he wants. He wants, out of everything, he wants to win and contribute to his team. He contributes to a team a lot, all the time, and that's what got him to be an All-Star this past year. His 3rd time being there. Hasn't really had any, he's been in All-NBAs, but not this past year at all. He's going to be All-NBAs. He's going to be up there for Defensive Player of the Year. He's going to be there. In my opinion, he should be up there for, MVPs, But yeah, no, he is a beast down low. So that's why he's number 1, is because he's just unstoppable from there. And it's also really good from, outside range. He's actually not bad at all. Now, let's take a look at this year, this past year. Right now, he's killing it, by the way. I'm just letting you know, he is killing it with DeMarcus Cousins. They are, whoa. DeMarcus and Anthony Davis are killing it together. Anyway, let's take a look at what they got right now. DeMarcus Cousins, as of right now, this past year, he played in 55 games and started 55 games in Sacramento. 34.4 minutes a game. Had a 45.2 field goal percentage, a 35.6 3-point percentage, and a 77 free throw percentage, with 10.6 rebounds, 4.8 assists, 1.3 blocks, 1.4 steals, 3.7 personal fouls, and 27.8 points per game. So he was killing it. And then, he went to New Orleans, played and started 17 games there, had 33.8 minutes a game, had 45.2 field goal percentage, 37.5 3-point percentage, at 77.7 free throw percentage with 12.4 rebounds, 3.9 assists, 1.1 blocks, 1.5 steals, 4.4 personal fouls, and 24.4 points per game. Again, he's a very hard hat kind of guy, so he's physical, gets him a lot of fouls, but you know, when it's game time, it's go time. Like, he really does take it serious, and he's gonna dominate as much as he can. And that's why I really enjoy him. That's why he's the best center in the game. He's fearless, and attracts a lot of fear. A lot of guys do not want to go up against him, and that's why he is pretty much the best center in the game right now. And it's fantastic to see because, in my opinion, he's real. So all the swearing, all the altercations, it just shows it's his flavor, dude. It's his personality. As long as he produces, that's all that matters, and he produces. So